overwhelming to come in and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to set up all of my reservations and transport back to the airport. Like I literally just got here, got to get your COVID test and like all of that stuff. So how to prepare and not be stressed out about it so that you can just like enjoy your time. My name's Danielle Warren and I am coming to you today from El Dorado Royale Casitas in Riviera Maya, Cancun, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of what to expect on your first day or two in the resort and some of the little nitty-gritty things that are good to be aware of when you're going to the airport, going through the airport, going through customs, and then getting your transportation, and then kind of your first day in the resort, how to make sure that you're planning things so it's seamless and smooth. It's just good to know, like in the beginning of your trip, that there is gonna be some stuff that you need to take care of, and to be able to expect that so that you're not like, oh my gosh, this is like super overwhelming, because it can be overwhelming to come in and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to set up all of my reservations and transport back to the airport. Like I literally just got here and now they're telling me I have to go ahead and plan my transport back to the airport, and right now during COVID, it's like you got to get your COVID test and like all of that stuff. So how to prepare and not be stressed out about it so that you can just like enjoy your time and not feel like uber overwhelmed or anything like that. So I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about our experience coming in and a couple of the things that are good to be aware of so that you can just enjoy your vacation. Like getting out of the airport even was can be a stressful thing if you're not, even if you are experienced with it, it can be a little bit stressful. There's a lot going on. You get off the escalator going into customs and it's like a crazy madhouse, lots of crazy lines. You're like, which line, where does the line start, which line is better, how long is this gonna take? It usually moves very, very quickly, so it doesn't take that long, but it is kind of a pain. So you do have to go through customs, and then you have to go get your baggage. We had baggage issues, so we spent extra time in the baggage area trying to file a claim for missing luggage. And then you walk out. I almost passed this lady who wanted to check my bag. I guess they do random bag checks, and they wanted to check my bag. I did not realize that. I was like, no thank you, I'm not interested. And then it was like, oh, this is a security guard, I better stop. So I did stop. Anyway, so they randomly check your bags. Then you get out, and there are a bunch of people that work for the airport that are gonna basically walk you through all of the things to expect. And if you've gone through a travel agency, they usually give you a lot of paperwork, so it helps you to know like who to look for, what color shirts and pants they're wearing, like not to just get any random taxi driver, like making sure that you're not signing up for something you didn't sign up for. But there are people that work for the airport that'll pull you aside and make sure that you understand where your resort is and where your transportation is. They'll talk you through, like, if you want to exchange, do like a currency exchange, and they talk you through what the currency exchange is so you're not taken advantage of, and show you those places. We didn't really need to because we don't plan to leave the resort. We're literally like, we like coming to a place and just camping out and not doing anything else. So we didn't have to worry about that. So I listened, but I was kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna worry about this information because I don't really need it. But anyway, when you're finished with the airport guide, then you walk out the door, and that's when it's a little chaotic. So there's a lot of people trying to get your attention for taxis. There's a lot of people, and you have to kind of maneuver around to find your transfer to your airport. Now, if you have that already pre-set up, which I highly recommend you do, and we did that through our travel agency, they'll tell you what they're wearing and all of that, and you're on a schedule. And it only took us about, I think we waited maybe 10 minutes to get our shuttle. It was not very long at all, and it was pretty seamless. And then they took us straight, we got a private one, which is better. You're not sharing a vehicle with other people, so we got a private transfer to our hotel. So they take you straight there, and then they drop you off. I thought I'd also share with you a couple of things that are good to know. I guess you don't have to know it because you take care of everything your first day and a half of your stay. But it's kind of good to have like an expectation of like the first day, knowing kind of what to expect and what you're going to be doing and how to kind of get settled into the resort. So when you first arrive, your shuttle brings you to the main lobby. And in the main lobby, you check in, and then somebody takes you in a little shuttle golf cart with your luggage and drives you over to your concierge. At the concierge is, right now during COVID, all of the extra travel requirements during COVID, you have to set up your COVID test for 2 days before you leave. You can sign up for it on your phone while you're sitting there in the concierge, and then they email you later with your time. But you go ahead and set that up and sign up and complete the waiver and pick which test you want. The resort does cover the test for you, but you do have to set it up to get it taken. And you have to sign a waiver for that as well, acknowledging that you are going to be doing that. They kind of walk through how to set up the app. There's an app for the resort. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the app to work on our phones. So every time we go into a restaurant, we just scan the QR code for the menu, which is fine. But you should be able to, on the app, also order room service and do all kinds of stuff on there. So you can see all the menus, a map, I guess. I don't know, because I couldn't get it. I kept getting an error message every time. Oh my gosh, I think I got a bug bite. I'm gonna need to get my bug spray. So you go ahead and set up all that stuff. Then the shuttle driver takes you to your room, where they kind of walk you through your room. A couple of things that are great to know about that is that they do offer robes for you to use, not to keep, but to use during your stay. You do get a pair of slippers to use as well, and obviously those you can take home with you. They're not going to reuse those. You have a fully stocked mini bar, and they will continue to restock that for you whenever you need it restocked, but you have to call or order that on the app. They won't just come and do that every day for you. But then they also will tell you when you get into the concierge to make sure, or I guess the shuttle transfer, you have to set up your shuttle transfer back to the airport within like the first 2 days of your stay, just to get that out of the way so it's scheduled. So I made sure to get that taken care of the next morning after we had a little bit of a sleep and could do that. So the second day of our trip, I made sure to take care of our transport to the airport and set up all of our reservations for dinner and any other special things that you want to do. So there's lots of different things that you can add to your resort experience. It's an all-inclusive resort, so all meals and tips and everything is included, even like room service and the mini bar. But if you want to add anything else like spa services, in the Casitas section, you don't need to rent cabanas, you don't need to rent the little beds, you can just use them, which is awesome. But if you want to do any other kinds of things like candlelight dinner, if you want to do like a romantic breakfast, they have all kinds of extra things that you can add. If it is your anniversary month, they will also offer the candlelight dinner and the romantic breakfast, as well as decorating your room for your anniversary on a specific night. We're doing all of ours on the same day because our anniversary is actually while we are here. So we're going to have a romantic breakfast in the morning, and then we scheduled a candlelight dinner, which is so amazing. We did it last time we came and it was just unbelievable. It was a wonderful experience. And then you come back, and while you're gone for the candlelight dinner, they will decorate your room for your anniversary. That is included. It's complimentary if you come during your anniversary month, but you do have to have like a proof that it's your anniversary month, or if it's your honeymoon or whatever. So you have to bring a marriage license with you, a copy of it, and we actually just brought the actual one, and they will take a picture of it so that they have that in their records. But the candlelight dinner is $161. The romantic breakfast is $65 for 2 people, and we were able to get that complimentary because it is our anniversary month. So that's a really, really cool thing if you want to plan a trip during a special occasion like that, because they comp some of those special items as well. And then we went ahead and also scheduled all of our dinners for the entire week because times do fill up and some restaurants are really popular and you just want to make sure that you get all of that scheduled out. So I like to do that the very next morning when I get here so that the rest of the week is already taken care of and I don't have to think about anything else and I can just relax and enjoy myself. So that is what I went ahead and did the very next morning after I had some sleep after our travel day. Went to the concierge and made sure I got all of that stuff taken care of. So then I can just enjoy myself and we're completely done with all of our planning. I hope this was super, super helpful for you guys, and it's certainly not a comprehensive list of all the things that could happen or need to happen on your first day and your travel day, but at least a few little tips and a little bit of information that might help you to know what to expect, and so you're not getting like crazy surprises, and also so it's not overwhelming with the culture and kind of getting settled into your resort. So I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.